Well, welcome to another fishing adventure, folks. Today is a scouting mission. The carp are spawning. It's cool today. The fishing would be terrible. Time to do some scouting today. I've got some exciting things planned for today. I'll tell you all about it as I get going here. As you can see, I'm taking out the e-bike today. I'm doing some backwoods exploring with the e-bike. I want to thank the people at Highboy for sending me this e-bike. I've had it for about a year now. It's fantastic. I love it. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some scouting at the Big Scary Missouri River. This first place where I'm going is a place that I've been to before. I did some fishing there last year, but the way this river is, things change, and I really don't know if that spot where I fished is even a usable fishing spot anymore. So I'm heading out there to confirm that to start with, and then after that I'm gonna head out to a different spot on this same public property and see if I can find a different spot. I've got it flagged on the Google Earth, and we'll see if I can make my way towards it. It's the beginning of June, so the overgrowth, as you can see, it's thick already. Right now this is an old road, but this old road ends, and I'm gonna have to start going on deer trails here pretty soon. And after I explore these two spots here at this property, I'm going to load the bike up and drive about 20 miles downriver to explore a new property that I've never been to before. It has lots of potential. It looks really interesting on the satellite photos, but the newest satellite photos are from 2022, which is 3 years ago. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what I can find there. I haven't seen any sign of people back here in these backwoods areas. I don't think very many people come back here in the summertime. I think this place gets a lot of human traffic in the winter from deer hunting. Alright, this is the part where the road ends and the deer trail begins. Yeah. You gotta go down in this gully here, see what's down in there. I don't want to go rushing down in there. I don't know what's down here. Not too bad. Yeah. All right, there is the river. As you can see, it's super thick. Here, this is where I leave the bike. Got to go hiking, and there's a bunch of. Last time I was here, there's a whole bunch of down trees and stuff to climb over, and yeah. And it absolutely is tick season out here, but so I'll have to be paying attention to that, I guess. But it was pretty quick getting here today because I knew exactly where I was going to get to this spot. It's only about probably a 5-minute bike ride. Gosh, this seems like it's thicker than it was last year. I better knock down a few plants here so I can find my way back. Remember where I left the woods and came down to the riverbank here. Yeah, I should be able to see that when I get back. Last year there was a pretty good sized sandbar here in between the wing dams. That was the perfect place to do some fishing. Oh yes, it's here again. That's awesome. I was worried that it was just a fluke, that was just a one-time deal. But it seems like this place must naturally form a sandbar. Yeah, this sandbar is back. Here's the first wing dam up here, and then down here between these two wing dams there's this very, very nice large sandbar. And the next wing dam is down there. So this is going to be great. It looks a little wet still. I'm gonna go walk around on it a little bit maybe. I fished here I think twice in September last year, and by the end of September this whole sandbar was gone. It was just slowly like broke away little by little over the summer, and by the time October came, I came out here and this was completely gone, and it was just a steep cliff down to the water. So who knows how long it's going to be here this year, but it is here right now, and I'm excited about that. Whoa. That's a little wet here. Oh yeah, that's mud on top of the sand. Okay, so So that must be from a rainfall that we had. The water came up, deposited some mud on top of the sand. That'll dry out over the next few weeks, but I'm just going to stay on the dry stuff today. I don't want to get all muddy. Yeah, this is beautiful. Way up here on the far end of the sandbar, it's pretty dry, mostly just sand. This is a beaver slide here. Beavers have been going in and out here. But this is great. I can cast right up against that wing dam down there. And I caught some fish there last year. I'm gonna do it again here. I'm gonna come back here later this week. And as this sandbar behind me dries out, the mud dries out, I'll be able to walk out on that in the coming weeks. And I can go cast out and fish at the tip of that other wing dam over there too. There's usually a hole just at the tip of the wing dam out towards the main current. I'd like to fish there too. As you can see down here, down past where this sandbar is, this is all just really steep, 20-25 foot, almost straight down cliffs over there. That's not fishable, and most of this area will turn into that eventually after this sandbar chips away into the river, as it eventually will do. But I'm not going to spend a bunch of time here. On to the next spot. It's awesome to get a win on the first attempt. The first place I look is a win. That feels good. On to the next spot. Now the next spot, what I'm going to try to do, I'm going back, backtracking quite a ways, and then I'm going to try and follow the fence line of a cornfield up around the border of this property. See if I can get up to a different wing dam. You'll see. There's so much poison ivy here. I think almost all this stuff on the ground here that I'm walking through, most of it is poison ivy. Leaves of 3, let it be, right? It's just long pants, long sleeves, long socks. That's what I'm doing. Been through here a bunch of times and never got any poison ivy rashes. All right, made it to the field edge. I didn't even turn the camera on during that part because that was rough. So I'm gonna be real conscientious about the crop here. I'm not gonna run over any corn. I'm gonna stay on the edge. Once the corn grows up tall, I don't know if this is gonna be possible. The bushes on the left and the corn on the right, they're gonna cover up all this area. I don't know if it's gonna be possible to get through here in a month or so. This e-bike is getting me through this really soft and sandy dirt, no problem at all. Just cruising right through with these big fat tires. Based on the satellite images, it looked like there might be a, wow, look at that. I'll just help this farmer out here. Look at this big chunk of metal out in this field. Here, you're welcome. Yeah, based on the satellite images, it looks like there might be a drain tile dumping onto the river down here. So if there's water flowing into the river, that's a pretty cool feature that might make for some good fishing. For those of you who don't know, drain tile is like the same kind of sump pump drains that they will put under houses. They do it in farm fields too. It's an underground pipe that's perforated and it collects all the water out of the ground and makes it run off into wherever they want it to run off to. In this case, it's the river. Yeah, this is it right here. Yellow post here to signify something. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. There's the river down there. This is really steep. I don't think I'm gonna take the bike down there. Well, maybe I will. All right, let's do it. It's pretty sandy. Hopefully I don't wipe out. Probably won't be able to make it back up it though. And this is all cleared from when they dug the trench to lay that pipe. Otherwise, normally this was supposed to be all thick woods, just like over here. This is a dynamite fishing spot, no doubt about it. But unfortunately, the smell of that water coming out of there and the color of it is not good. Oh, phew. There's no way this is field drainage. This is coming from some hog confinement or something. Oh, I can't express how bad the smell is. And the water is kind of a pinkish color. Phew. I'll stop saying pew, but holy cow, this is ridiculous. The water's like this purplish, pinkish color. I mean, look at the staining of the rocks that are here. Well, this is awful. I don't know what's in that water, but I know that I don't want to touch it. That whole pool back there is that purplish, pinkish color that this water is. I don't know what that is, but I do know that is not just field drainage. That is probably, I bet if I go back up to the top of the hill, I'll be able to find the hog confinement where there's 1,000 hogs up there where this water is draining from. Phew! I gotta get out of here. I'm downwind of it. It's making me sick. Oh. Phew! Oh, that is weird. That smell is literally making me feel ill. Well, that's a shame because this is a fantastic accessibility spot, but it's polluted water. It's just disgusting. Not gonna fish here ever. I can just cross this spot off the list. Now I know, I guess. And this place is probably about a half-mile upstream from the place where I just was. So all that junk is flowing right down to where that first spot was. Dang it. Gotta get some speed. Yeah, there's no way I'm making this. Oh, no way I'm making this hill. I don't know where the livestock facility is, where that stuff is coming from. I can't see anything from here. There's a few buildings, but I don't think those are livestock buildings. There is a tanker semi parked on the gravel road about a mile over there, and I would not be surprised if somebody is hauling manure from somewhere else and dumping it in the ditch right there so it can make its way into that drain tile and out into the river here. Illegal dumping of manure is a pretty common thing around here. I watch the Iowa DNR enforcement actions that they make public, and every week they give out a lot of fines for illegal handling of manure. And my thought on that is, those are just the ones that they find out about. Those are just the ones that get caught. I don't know how they get caught, but it's a problem. Anyway, I'm done with this property. I'm going back to the truck. I'm gonna drive about 20 miles downriver, and we're gonna try a new place. Stay tuned. All right, I'm at the new place. Just got on the bike. This is an old road. It's closed to motor vehicle traffic. I think there used to be a boat ramp down here, but it got flooded real bad at some point and closed it off. This area is huge though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to explore it all tonight. It's a huge inside bend of the river. The satellite images that I've seen are 3 years old, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to find. Things change around here pretty rapidly. All right, so I think this is probably where the old boat ramp used to be, because this is kind of where the road ends. Oh wow. Wow. This is a 50-foot drop off right here. Yeah, this is just a 50-foot embankment down there. I could probably get down there if I needed to. Don't really want to though. The big inside bend that I'm talking about is down this way, and that's where I'm headed. I gotta be careful here. This is dangerous riding this close to the edge of the cliff. Well, like I said, it looks like this is where the gravel road ended, but there's a 2-track trail that continues. We'll see where that goes. This was not on the satellite images. This is a public hunting area, and I think there are some food plots back in here that the DNR, yeah, there's a tractor right there planting. There's a planter and a tractor. Yeah, the DNR makes food plots back in here for deer and turkeys and other wildlife. And that's what this 2-track trail is, to let this farm equipment back here plant these food plots. Yeah, here's some of the seeds. Corn, I guess. Bright pink seeds. I don't know what exactly that is. They're coated in something. Pretty sure these days all the corn seeds all like patented stuff that you need to have a license to own. I'm probably breaking the law by holding it in my hand right now, technically. But yeah, looks like they planted something here real recently. And I suppose there's another food plot because the 2-track road just keeps going. River's over that way. I gotta pay attention to the river more than this road. Let's go look. What is that? I don't know what that is. It's like a door or a piece of a building or something. Okay. Well, that is a huge mud flat right there. That is not a sand. I mean, it's probably sand with mud on top, just like I saw at that other place earlier. I'm not gonna go walking around down there. Big mud flat, just probably sinkholes all over the place. From what I know, those are dangerous places to walk around. This is the big inside bend that I was talking about, just keeps on going. I'm gonna go back to the road and keep heading that way. Oh, there's another little opening in the woods here. Let's see what this is. It's got a fallen tree in the middle of it. Well, I'm a long way from any water. Here's the old riverbank, steep 50-foot drop off down to there, and the water's 300 yards over there. So I've never been here. As far as I could tell on the satellite images, that 2-track road that I'm going on is not visible in those images. So I think I'm just going to follow the road as far as it goes, and then I'll try to take it from there, I guess. I gotta watch out for down trees hidden in the grass here. Oh, there's one. That one's pretty obvious. Getting the e-bike over that is not very cool. I just have a bike and a backpack right now, and I can get over this no problem. But if I'm going to be carrying fishing rods and a bunch of extra stuff, gosh, getting over this tree is that would be a project. Getting over this tree. Yeah. I guess if I never go over there and look, then I'll never know if there's a spot back here that would be worth the hassle of hauling gear all the way back here. Holy sandbar. I mean, that's just massive. Well, this is the end of the ledge that I've been following. This is the old river bank. Right here, there's tons of trees. I mean, the water does come up here on big flood events, but man, that's 500 yards over there. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I know that you're probably thinking, why wouldn't I just ride across the sand and go over there? That Missouri River sand, it's like you can't walk and ride across it. It's just like really difficult to travel across it. You just sink down in it. I'm sure this bike would not be able to ride across it. It's just like the finest sand that you can imagine. It's a super fine, sinky sand. Getting a little bit discouraged here. I think I may have bitten off a little bit more than I can chew today. I'm going to keep going. Guess I won't have to worry about trying to cross this tree in the future again. Won't be coming back here, I don't think. I'm going to get it back on the road, and I'm just going to follow the road, see where it goes. Follow it all the way to the end. Oh, here's some more equipment. Some kind of spraying apparatus and a bunch of spray. What is this stuff they're spraying here? Metal 2 herbicide. Enlist 1 herbicide. Well, that makes me wonder if I should, did they just spray this? I'm gonna ride the edge for a little while and see where it takes me, I guess. I think they may have sprayed this a while ago because there's just lots of yellowed and dying plants all over the place here. I mean, this clearing is huge. It's gigantic. I mean, clearly this used to be river bottom at some point. Now, I don't know what kind of grass they've got growing here. Clearly it's not natural. I suppose somebody tried to farm this land at some point in the past. So I've kind of reached a point here where it's becoming obvious to me that this is not a place where I'm going to be hauling fishing gear out to. The field edge just ends. It's just thick, tall stuff. It's about as tall as me for a long ways. And I just know that even though I could continue today for my own curiosity and somehow make it to a place on the river, I know that that's just going to be too much for a fishing trip. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, and a lot of times, you know, that's just the way these kind of scouting missions go. You got to come out here and just put feet on the ground and be here just to figure out if it's worth doing or not, or if it's even possible. But I think that's going to be the end for this scouting mission today. I found the first spot this morning, and I'm definitely going back there. But as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.